Many Qlik developers may not realize that there are a lot of similarities between Qlik Sense or Qlik View and EasyMorph. Here are a few things all Qlik developers should know about EasyMorph. If you're an experienced Qlik developer, then writing script will be something you are no doubt used to. But for those new to Qlik, especially those with limited experience in writing code, writing Qlik script to load and transform the data can be quite daunting. Whilst Qlik Sense does have the data manager to let you load data without writing any code, its capabilities are somewhat limited, and there are lots of Qlik scripting capabilities that are just not possible within the data manager. However, in EasyMorph, everything is possible via drag and drop, from the simplest of transformation to the most complex. I simply have to drag the desired action to the table, place it where I want, configure the options, and click apply. And as easily as that, I have changed the workflow without writing any script. EasyMorph works really well with both Qlik Sense and Qlik View thanks to its ability to write and read Qlik's native file format, the QVD. I simply have to drag the export into Qlik file action to my workflow, name my file, and click apply. Next time my workflow runs, it will write a QVD file for me to use in my Qlik View or Qlik Sense dashboard. Qlik developers love how simple some of the more complex data transformations are within Qlik script, and EasyMorph has equivalent actions for all of them. Some great examples would be the interval match statement called interval merge in EasyMorph, the hierarchy statement called hierarchy path, and even the simple peak are all available in EasyMorph, just as simple to set up. EasyMorph caches the output of every action in a workflow. If I simply click on an action, I immediately see the data output by that action. As well as being really helpful, this ability can also save you a lot of time. In Qlik, I'd have to exit my script or write out a QVD at a specific point to allow me to see what the data looks like at that point. This caching can also save me a lot of time when I want to make changes to my workflow. EasyMorph knows what actions fall before or after any change I make, and therefore works out what cache data it can keep and what it needs to recalculate. We can see this in action if I turn off the auto run feature and make a change to my workflow. If I select any action before the one I added, EasyMorph knows the cache is still valid and shows the data instantly. If I select any action after the one I added, I see an error message telling me the action needs to be recalculated. If I turn back on auto run, all actions are recalculated for me. Again, this can save a huge amount of time, especially when working with larger volumes of data, where in Qlik, the script would have to rerun all of those previous actions. As a Qlik developer, there was nothing I hated more than having to write documentation. And over time, that documentation inevitably becomes out of date as changes are made to the solution. In EasyMorph, the documentation can be written for me. I simply go to the Project tab, click Generate Documentation. I can add a header or body text if I wish. And EasyMorph will instantly create me a HTML page containing all of the data sources and how they have been transformed. And to make sure that documentation is kept up to date, I can add the Generate Documentation action to the end of my workflow to automatically update the documentation every time the workflow runs. And finally, here are a few additional points worth knowing. Firstly, the expression syntax in EasyMorph is very similar to that of Qlik, both being derived from SQL and Excel. Most of the functions you can use in Qlik script, and many of those found in Qlik expressions or measures, also exist in EasyMorph. This makes it really simple to move between working in Qlik and working in EasyMorph. Action chains in EasyMorph make it simple to build out logic in logical incremental steps, just as multiple preceding loads do within Qlik script. EasyMorph compresses the data in a very similar way to Qlik's engine, combined with the fact that EasyMorph also processes all data in memory, just like Qlik does, and you will find EasyMorph to be just as quick and efficient to use. Groups in EasyMorph, which are soon to be renamed stages later this year, are analogous to Qlik script tabs or sections, and can help you organize your data processing in just the same way. And lastly, derived tables in EasyMorph are equivalent to the good old Qlik resident load. Hopefully that's given you a quick insight into how EasyMorph may be both easy to use and valuable if you're familiar with QlikView or QlikSense.